What's up, y'all? It's Real Talk with B. Back at it again. You know how we do. We just gonna dive right on in. So check this out. This is for people who stay in relationships past the expiration date, okay? Especially if you have children. People go, should I stay? Should I go? We have kids. If the relationship is not working, if there's no love, there's no happiness, there's no peace, then it's time to go. Years and years go by, you're still sitting there wondering why you unhappy, wondering why you don't feel loved, or you even get people that feel like they get insecure about their bodies, about their self, because the husband or wives don't want to touch them anymore. You should have been gone. You stayed past the expiration date. You know how you look at food or smell food and you know it's bad, but you be like, oh, it'll be all right. And you continue to do it, and then you get sick. Same with relationship. When you sense that it's bad, don't try to hold on to it because you're cheap. Don't try to hold on to it because you don't think there's nothing else in the aisle. Get rid of it. It's time to go. It doesn't have to mean love is lost or whatever the case may be, or you're bad or they're bad. It just means that the time is up for you guys' relationship. Whatever you got into it for, or whatever caused you guys to be together, it's no longer that anymore. Recognize that and move forward, because especially if you have children, because your children are going through this with you. And the worst thing you can do is show your kids that a wrong way is the right way to be treated. Let me say that again. When you show your kids that the wrong way is the right way to be treated, because it's not. You feel unloved in your relationship. Your kids see that. They think it's okay to be unloved in a relationship when they get older. Now they value drops because they see you going through it with mommy or daddy. When they see mommy or daddy getting abused physically, they then think, oh, okay, that's what love is? Okay, got it, cool. Then they think that's what it is. The wrong way is the right way. That's what you're teaching them. Some kids might get angry about it. Mom or dad, they ain't never did nothing to protect themselves, and they just let us go through all that. We had to see it too. Woo, woo, woo. I'm just going to, forget everybody when I get older. Women, they ain't nothing over here letting men do this to them, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole lot of different ways that it can be taken, but none of it is the right way. None of it is positive. None of it is the children's fault. None of it should be happening because the parents who are supposed to be the adults are supposed to set the examples. But because of their selfish desires and their selfish ways, they make their children go through this struggle, this heartache, this pain, this irregularity in the relationship, because they still want something out of it. If you are really thinking about your kids, I can't stand when people say, well, we got kids and I don't know what I'm going to do, so I stay in a relationship for the kids. No, you're not. And if you are, then you got a problem and you should seek help. Because if you're worried about the kids, then you would be like, hey, it's not working with me and your dad. Hey, it's not working with me and your mother. And you move from it. It might hurt. Oh, my mom and dad are getting divorced. Oh, my mom and dad are not together anymore. But they'll get over that. Then you guys find a way to show some normalness in it. You know what I'm saying? Come together and be like, okay, look, this is that. You know, at least they won't be able to see that craziness anymore. It's unfortunate when parents can't be with each other and have the family together. It's unfortunate. But you know what else stops this too? Sexual relations before marriage. Am I hitting on something? I did a soul ties video, sex before marriage videos. If people were not out here fornicating, having sex before marriage, you would be able to see more clearly because you're not blinded by sex and ties that bind you together. You wouldn't be out here, in a marriageless home with children. Hey, it happens. It happens. Some people don't know until they know. And you can't know what you don't know. I'm not judging anybody at all. I just chose, a while ago to become celibate because I gained understanding and knowledge on something. I'm not saying you're bad people. I'm just giving that advice to help the next person. If I can help somebody else to not go through what I went through or what somebody else is going through, then it's good, right? So, a lot of people are tied together because of sexual ties. Every time you lay with somebody, you draw closer and closer to them, and it's hard to break free from it. The emotional bond, sexual bond, spiritual bond that you guys are creating. So you allow yourself to stay in certain situations. And you even ask yourself, why am I steady here? Why am I putting up with this? Why am I not leaving? Why is it so hard for me to go? It's bigger than you thought. You've allowed these ties to bind you in an unhealthy relationship. So now you're held by an unhealthy tie to a person that you no longer want. How I look at things on the marriage side and, relationship side, I think that if someone is unhappy, if they're not receiving any love at home, if there's no peace, if there's no any of that at home, then I feel like you can go, especially based on why you were married in the first place. See, I think some people are married for the wrong reasons. Lack of knowledge, okay? And yes, you can say, okay, you're an adult, but lack of knowledge is lack of knowledge. No, it doesn't justify anything. But because of this thing called sin that we were born into, we're going to make these mistakes. Sometimes our mistakes are very, 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 deep and can hurt in bad ways. But I have to believe that God does not want us to be unhappy in something that we just didn't know. And sometimes when you do know and it just don't work, it might just be time to go. Yeah, fight for your marriage. Try to make it work. But if it is not meant to be and it only happened because you wanted it to happen, if it wasn't of God in the first place and still isn't 10 years later, it's time to go. You're going to do more pain and hurt than you are good. Oh, let me go unlock this door. I'll be right back. Yeah, my daughter got home from school. I forgot that dang bottom lock was locked. So, you're going to do more harm than good. Not only is it countless fighting, countless all kinds of things that you guys are doing. If you have kids, they're going to see it. If it's just you and him, it's time to break away from those chains and the bondage of, oh, I'm sexually tied to you. I'm spiritually tied to you. Pray and break those chains because you will be with somebody and be unhappy for the rest of your life if you don't. You might as well be a slave. You might as well be a slave and you guys are owned by each other. You're unhappy. You're taking a whipping every day, which is life. Can't understand why everybody else around you is happy and you're miserable. But you know why? You're in an ungodly marriage. You're in an ungodly relationship. You're doing ungodly acts with each other. Whichever of those scenarios you have. If you're unequally yoked, then you've never been equally yoked in the first place. Marriage itself does not equally yoke you. I'm sorry. That's my belief on that. It does not equally yoke you. And that's how some people end up in a loveless, ungodliness marriage. No peace, no happiness. Same with relationships. People end up in these relationships. Same way. No love, unhappiness, no peace. We got to do better, people. We got to do better. And it's just worse when you have kids involved because you're not showing them the right way. I'm guilty of it. I'm not judging. I'm guilty of it. I laid with plenty of women. I love my children. But if I knew now, no, if I knew then what I knew now, I would have waited, or I would have just been married already. Now, I wouldn't have just got married to get married to have sex. Some people do that, though. I wouldn't do that. You know, when I got married, it was for the wrong reasons. Yeah. So I'm speaking from experience. I'm not coming on here telling you guys nothing that I haven't thought of for myself or that I haven't felt or went through myself. You know, marriage is hard for those that make it hard. Marriage is hard for the people who are not equally yoked. Physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever the case may be. You cannot be one with somebody who does not share the same values as you. It just won't happen. It won't happen. My opinion. You have to find somebody who is like-minded, who has the same values as you in life. No, it's not going to be perfect. You're not going to agree with everything. But if you're with somebody you bump heads with every day, all day, and it's a headache and it's a lot of hurt going on, I couldn't choose that. And it doesn't mean that the love is lost, people. It doesn't mean that there's no love, that you don't love the person or you never love them. It just means you're past the expiration date. It was never supposed to go this far. And you just got to sometimes understand and realize that and say, hey, you're not a bad person. You're just not for me. A lot of us have to look in the mirror and say that. People don't have to be bad for stuff to not work. Did I say that right? I'm thinking, anyway, you know what I meant. Choose wisely who you choose to lay with, be with, marry, whatever the case may be. Choose wisely. Start thinking about it first. Also, I want to say something to you that I wish I would have thought about when I was younger as well. Before you lay down with somebody, before you have kids with somebody, before you marry somebody, meet the whole family. because you will be tied to them too. Meet them. Meet the people that will be in your life, because it might change your mind. That's something that everyone should know. And and a lot of people probably don't think about it. Who you're tied to who they're tied to. Just even imagine it on a looks level too. Go look at some of their family members first, and you'll be like, man, if I get with this person and I get her pregnant, or he get me pregnant, my kids could look like that. Or I'm not saying it to be rude. I'm just saying there are people that be like, golly, I got an ugly child. Some people do that. Be like, damn, I wish I would have thought about this. Or dang, this kid acts weird. And you don't know why they act weird. They act weird because somebody in their family is weird. And somebody's family is weird. Get to know the family members. I might not be saying it right how I want to say it. I don't know. But I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. That get to know the family of whoever you trying to get involved with, because you have to, so you can know what your future gonna look like. I'm just saying. Sometimes you'll be tired of people, have to deal with people later in life because you didn't lay down with this person. Yeah, there we go. Because you didn't lay down with this person. Y'all got a kid together. Now you got to worry about people that you don't even like. Or maybe you got into it with somebody who has racist family members, and now you tied to it. This person might want the kids to be around that person, or this person might like that. You now you got to deal with that and be like, oh no, and figure it out and do all this other stuff. No, get to know the people that you're with and their family, and then make a decision based on all of that, everything. And then decide if that's what you want to do. There's just so much more that goes into relationships than we think about. That's what I'm trying to say. There's more than what I'm saying. You got to do your research on people. Get to know people, literally, without the sex part. Some people are tied together because sex is good, or they get sex when they want it, or whatever the case may be. Some people are tied together for the wrong reasons. And sometimes you can get stuck. I'm trying to help you not get stuck. Or to have to deal with certain things that you don't have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? If I had somebody telling me all these things, I definitely would have made some different decisions when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to have a relationship, make sure it's with somebody who loves God and follows God. Someone who respects their body as well as yours. Okay? When you lay with somebody, it's special. It's supposed to be between you and them, not everybody else. If you have made the mistake of sleeping around before you get married or before you get in a relationship, if you are doing it, whatever, pray that God takes away the soul ties of your past so you don't carry those on into your new relationship, if that's what you're going to do. Break your soul ties. Get rid of those soul ties before you get into a relationship or in somebody else's bed. So this video kind of went here, went there. It kind of jumped around a little bit, but the point is, be careful. Choose wisely. And like I said, in a perfect world, we would stay with whoever we love and care about more than anything in this world. In a perfect world. But it's also okay if it doesn't work. Something is happening behind the scenes that we don't know. And if you truly follow God, now pay attention. You got to pray and ask for God to show you things and to reveal things to you. Let him lead you. If he's leading you out of something that's not for you, that is not of him, don't fight it. Take the you out of anything that you're thinking and going on. Take the you out of it. Put God in it. I hope I said that right. Anyways, I love you guys. Appreciate you guys for watching and tuning in. And relationships can be hard, but some relationships are not meant for you. Okay? Don't lose out on a relationship that God has for you, on a relationship that you like or you think is for you. Anyways, let's get this prayer out the way. I'm going to let y'all enjoy y'all day. Dear Lord, I ask that you be with each and every person watching this video right now. I ask that you touch them and give them the strength, the understanding, and the power to overcome any obstacles they may have. Any knowledge that they seek, Lord, I ask that you reveal that to them, reveal the answers to them so that they know, so that they don't have lack of anymore. I pray that if anybody on this video watching has soul ties that they want to get rid of, I pray that you take those soul ties away from them, Lord. I pray that you step in for them and show out in any bad ties, any negativity, anything hindering them from their happiness, Lord. I pray that you take it away. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Remember, you guys, stay prayed up, stay blessed. And don't forget to, I'm out of here. Peace.